Hey guys, I'm here for my last reading of the day. And I want to say happy Mercury retrograde. Be careful during this time. Because it's Mercury retrograde. You know, things are going to bounce back to you. They absolutely are. So be careful. Be very careful. Anyways, we have who, for someone in your energy, you are getting good karma. And the ones that betrayed you are getting bad karma. And I feel this was done. A lot of times this stuff is done for the love of money. It's the love of money. A lot of this crazy stuff is done. So just keep that in mind, that's usually what happens. I feel like it was more than one person too. For some of you, it could be, I don't know, family, lover, friend. Could be any of it, honestly. But Mercury retrograde is when all of it starts coming out. It just starts rolling and coming out and rolling and coming out more. Alright, someone's penny pinching. So, they were manifesting you didn't have money. Now their ass is penny pinching. Alright. Sacred. Some of them, they went after your sacred chakra, which would be your mind. They would try to do stuff to make you think you're crazy, things of that sort. And then we got, let's grab another one. Alright, some of them, we got Secret Hollywood. They wanted to be superstars. Maybe some of them want to be YouTube famous, laugh out loud, or Instagram famous, or something of that sort. But I don't think people realize if you're in the public eye, it could be a pain in the rear. But someone here could work for the government. We got a government worker. I don't know. For someone in the collective, this could be a government worker. Then this one came in reverse, but it says, when you bond with someone in spirit, you both become greater for the force of good. Alright, they didn't bond with someone in spirit. And they're for the force of darkness. They are for the force of darkness, so this is why they bonded. And then gratitude we got. I am open to receiving and giving love with joy and gratitude. I welcome you in my life. You guys brought in these energies with gratitude. And there's nothing wrong with it. You love. And then we have knowing they effed up. But this came in reverse. They don't know they messed up. They don't know they messed up. They don't know. They think whatever they did was okay to do. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune turns. Whoever was up now comes down. I mean, that's just the way these are. The cards are coming out here. I just got that big bucket and I just grab a bunch of them and let the divine, the source, pick from the pile. Pick from the pile and figure out what's going on. Alright, sexual chemistry. Some of you guys are not attracted to these people. You're not. You know, I mean, you could be the most beautiful person in the world. I used to have celebrity crush. My celebrity crush is always the weird ones. I like, from Big Bang Theory, I like Sheldon. I like the nerdy guys, personally, but that's just me. I have affiliation for nerdy guys. I've always been a bit of a nerd myself, so I enjoy nerdy people. But some of these guys did not have addictions. Or you didn't have addictions. And that was good. And then there's a roommate diplomat. Some of you, they lived with you. And you were complete opposites. For some of you guys. And it's okay. That's the way it is sometimes. And then when some of these, you didn't have commitment issues, or they didn't have commitment issues. One of the two. Or you thought they didn't have commitment issues, but in this energy, with Mercury retrograde, you did someone in the energy, you or them, did not have commitment issues. Alright, and we're going to go and open up the energy even more. Okay. Okay. Face is itching me. Alright. Let's go get more cards. Open up this energy, figure out what's going on, why they're getting such bad karma. Okay, here we go. Hatred and anger make them hate. Hatred and anger make them hate to see you shine. All your shine made their demons angry. They were jealous. Jealous. Moving fast through spiritual roadblocks. They did this. They just moved past them. And this came in out opposite, and it says, you pull the strings that control your own life. They do not pull the strings that control their life. For some of you guys, they were not pulling any strings. And this says defend. They didn't try to defend you or anybody, because it came in reverse. So they didn't try to defend anybody. They just let it ride. And then harvest. And this talks about harvesting manifestations and stuff. They weren't able to manifest or harvest a good thought, if money or anything, if they wanted to, because their shitty attitude. And then we have, I've been showing my lack of interest, but you've been ignoring all the signals, unaware. You were unaware of their disinterest. You know, maybe you were trying to repair the relationship for some of you guys. Alright. And then here, they thought you were in an open relationship. You were not in an open relationship. But they were acting like you were in an open relationship. That's what I'm getting from that card, guys. Wow. This makes me happy I'm single, guys. This makes me so happy I'm single. No offense, but this is an awful lot of drama. I cooked Chong up a little bit of ham, put up with his dog food. We're going to watch a movie later, me and my dog. And that's a lot of good company there. Alright, some of these guys, alien helpers in reverse. Alright, from this here, it says, a group of extraterrestrial beings wishes to offer assistance. Alright, to me, this could be angels or anything. They had no help from Source. We'll just say that's their no help from Source card. That's exactly what that is, so. Let's shuffle this and see what else we get. And then we got music industry. Someone here is in the music industry. Maybe it's here on YouTube. Every musician seems to be here on YouTube. That's why I'm such a small fish in a big pond. Musicians get all of the love. And their fortune is in reverse. They don't have good fortune. Because you can't F people over, and it doesn't matter if you're jealous of them or not. When it's your time, it's your time. You do what your talent is, and money doesn't really matter when you die anyways, guys. It doesn't. Alright, and then this is the 8 of Cups. there's abandonment, walking away, travel, and letting go. That's what happened. The Eight of Cups. You just walked away. You let go. Walked away and you let go. And that's what you do in Mercury retrograde. Give it to God and let it go. Or if you don't want to, if you believe in just energy, give it to Source. Say, here you go, Source. I need to work on my own life. Here we go. Then we have moving forward with grace, leaving past behind. And we just got the Eight of Cups. You move forward gracefully and said, yeah, I'm giving this a Source. And then you have influences. I think you're great, but I'm worried about what other people would think. Influences. They're worried about what other people would think, and you're the one sleeping with them. That's funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Then we go, silence is the answer too, honey. And mixed signals. Alright. This here is in reverse, so they literally were just trying to, I don't know, my favorite is when they go on Facebook, post their pictures, and act extra just to make you jealous. They went on social media, posted a bunch of shit to make you jealous. That's what they all do. And you know what? You just don't go on Facebook. I mean, honestly, you just get these weird scammer people. And this comes from a person I was making money on Facebook for a little bit until I got tired of the scammers and being scammed out of money that I was supposed to be getting. They wouldn't pay me full payment or nothing. So I just got tired of Facebook, y'all. They got some moon energy that hit them. Clarity. The illusions were lifted. And they were playing games. And then we got the Chariot in reverse. They got obstacles. And they have lack of self-discipline, confidence, or willpower, and delays, setbacks, and accidents. That's what they got. And we got requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved as much as you love. You know, you thought you had requited love, some of you, or maybe you just decided to go on self-love because you're waiting on requited love. Honestly, I think it's done with in my life. I just don't think love's coming. I'm just gonna help the animals and move on with my life, but maybe y'all have it. I hope that someone has requited love out there. And then we have using religion to mask a demon, given evil eye. Someone's saying they're a good Catholic, they're a good Christian, yada yada yada, but they're giving you the evil eye and maybe being a whole kitchen witch. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Oh God, you gotta love that one. That's funny as hell. Then we got, I never want to feel that way again. It's in reverse. They're gonna say that, but they don't mean it when they try to come in and love bomb you. Love bomb. Alright, then we got the King of Swords in reverse. This is a person that's not all together with this King of Swords. They're very cutthroat. They're coming in a very immature manner. And I mean, the King of Swords is very kind of, they come through like they don't like you anyways. And usually they have their shit together, but this is a King of Swords that doesn't have their shit together. And you're probably better off than they are. That's what I'm picking up, y'all. That is what I'm picking up. And then we have the World. Endings. There's been endings to this. And it upsets them. How can they lost their source of income, these people? That's what they do. A Mercury retrograde takes no prisoners. It takes no damn prisoners. Mercury retrograde will sit there and say, you know what? You remember when you did this and you wouldn't make right with the universe? You wouldn't just admit you were wrong. I'm here, I'm knocking on the door with karma. This is Mercury retrograde. They say it sometimes messes up your electronics. I don't know. So far, it hasn't bothered me, knock on wood. But yeah. Alright, being seen. In their presence, you feel something rare, fully witnessed, deeply known, and still completely accepted. This is how you felt about these people. And they did the most to break the love that was there. They broke your love. And then Four of Swords. It was put to rest. Oh, there's two of them. Hang on. And an Ace of Swords in reverse. Alright, Ace of Swords is something that's usually coming in. The Ace is messages and stuff. So, that got blocked, these messages and stuff coming in, and they have to put something to rest. The message came that they got to put something to rest. And then we got fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Everything you want is all around you. You just gotta look around. Gotta look around. And then we got emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. When one door closes, another door opens. That's the more common saying. Then we got the Fool. They lost their freedom, possibilities, and they're not going on any adventure. Karma's knocking at their door saying we're here to collect. That's what's happening. And they got memories. They're remembering you through memories. They're going, oh my God, I remember that. Oh my God, when Collective did this, I love them so much. And I had this dark council meeting when I wrote this. It's just people with a lot of dark intentions that got together on how they're going to evil eye and take you down. For some of you. It could have been just a group of people with dark intentions. That's it. It says, I don't want to let you go. And this came in reverse. They do want to let you go, but maybe they're broke. I'm picking up their asses broke. And then Ten of Swords. They're unhappy. They don't have family harmony or emotional stability. This is what they got. They gave you all of this in reverse, so now you're getting stability and they're not. What can you do? What can you do? What do you want to do when they come for you, bad boys? I just keep thinking of the police. Alright. So, Queen of Spears. I think Spears is Wands. Spears is Wands. Okay. Alright, so we got somebody here. This flashy Queen of Wands that wants to... Oh my God, I call it the bougie. This one's bougie rich. They like flex. This Queen of... It's a Queen of Wands, Queen of Spears. And it's in the upside down. And to me, with this here, what this is saying, because the Queen of Wands usually flashy and, you know, like a social media type thing. This person wants to be flashy, wants to be famous, but they're not authentic. People don't really want to watch them. And then the Page of Wands. Right here. This is an immature person that's coming in, trying to be work with the queen or whatever, a message of that, and they're coming in very immaturely. So you got an immature person that is an upside down Queen of Wands, and they're fake flexing around here. I look at that as a fake flexing person. They're fake flexing all over the place, guys. I mean, I don't do anything to upset the universe because it's not my thing. And then we have reassess. They were supposed to reassess and look at themselves, check yourself. They did not. They don't think they did anything wrong, even though your feelings got hurt. Alright. We got 5 of Cups. We got regret. We got 8 of Spheres. So that's 8. I think that's I don't know. Here we go. And then 2 of Spheres. Okay, these are the Pentacles here. And then 9 of Wands. Alright. This is perseverance. Alright. They were being very persistent here. And the 5 of Cups, they were persistent in their regret. And then 2 of Pentacles, and they couldn't balance their resources. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm trying to do all this by memory, guys. I'm just trying to, it's bad enough I'd be at work trying to memorize things. Alright. I'm trying to get better, y'all. I'm trying to get better for y'all. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to be able to do personal readings. But it's okay if I don't. Because I like doing dog walks. Alright, let me just Google this real quick. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, dedication and skill. Alright, they had dedication and skill to where they can't balance their resources, and they were in regret persistently trying to torment you. Isn't that so nice of them and Mercury retrograde to be doing all of that? That's all I got to say. That's some sad stuff, guys. Sad, sad shit. That's what that is. Alright, let's move along with this. I don't even know. Well, we're just going to call... They're getting good karma, you're getting bad karma. Alright. Got mystery. They were acting mysterious. And then looking towards a bright future. This could be you. Looking towards a bright future. Maybe both of you. Maybe you thought both of you were going to go towards a bright future. And they made choices. Choices were made. And at this point, I'm going to grab my other homemade deck, guys. I love this little deck I made. Oh my god, do I love this little deck. I love it. This little damn deck. This little deck I have. I'm going to put this behind my ears so I can see better, guys. My hair's finally getting longer. Okay, there we go. I don't care how it looks. It is what it is. I can see. I don't look like Cousin Ed. I was glad I don't have to wear hair extensions and my hair finally grew back, guys. Thank God. Amen. Thank the gods it did. Alright, tell us about mystery. What was a mystery? Okay. These two came out. We got sneaky and standing tall brings greatness. Alright. They were being sneaky, but you guys were standing tall and it brought greatness, but here's the sneaky energy. I don't know why I just be channeling this stuff, guys. Don't put that there. Alright, and we're going to clarify this bright future. Looking at a bright future. Tell us about looking at a bright future, ancestors. Tell us about that. They're moving fast. They started moving fast. Okay, tell us about the choices. Tell us about choices. I might get more kids cards, y'all. They have so many kids cards out there. Kids cards are the way to go. And then when my grandson learns the words, I just make them into divinity cards. Everything has a purpose, y'all. Oh, God. Full of lies and betrayal. That's just one card that came out. Full of lies and betrayal. That was their choice, to be full of lies and have betrayal. I don't know why people think that this is a good place to be. It doesn't really get you anywhere, being in this kind of energy. It truly does not. Because money doesn't really matter once you're dead. Oh my God, I see dead. I see people that are close to death, and then I talk to them right before they die, and they tell me, they'd be like, "Oh, Michelle, no, you know, when you die and all this, you just see all your friends before, and then they all go out to eat because they see everybody dying." And it says, "I am patiently waiting. Someone's waiting for somebody. Tell them to wish them one hand and get some bread, and they're going to have a wish sandwich." Okay, they got Tower causes money loss. Okay, they're waiting patiently for you to save them from money problems. That's what they're saying for some of you, not all of you. This is a community reading. Alright, they're resting. Rest. Maybe they gotta rest from all this loss. You know? But you can have all the money in the world, you can't buy your way to heaven. Then we got Sacred Grove. Sacred Grove. There's all their sacred space. Whatever they thought was their secret, like sacred, just a special spot where they can relax. It's not, they can't relax anymore. Let's just put that way. And then we got Temperance in reverse. There's no peace. There's no balance. There's no peace and balance in their life. Temperance is balance, and that nothing's getting balanced out for them. They're just getting money loss and a bunch of stuff everywhere. Wow. This is a really sad situation for people. Doesn't need to be, life doesn't need to be this hard, y'all. And then we got mixed signals. They weren't giving you mixed signals. They just are shitheads. They're just shitheads. That's it. There's no one there. Living life on a prayer. They're going, "Oh, please, God, man, let me manifest this superstar. Oh, God, there they come. They're going to have sex with me. Oh, boy." This is what's, I think it's hilarious. They still want to Netflix and chill with you. They over here going, "I got my Snuggie. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at?" That's what they're doing. They're getting their Snuggies out for you. They're getting the Snuggies. Alright, they want a truce, some of them. Spending time alone or taking a break in a relationship, taking vacation, a mental health day, or focusing on rest and self-care, experiencing anxiety about finances. They want a truce. They're living on a prayer. They're like Bon Jovi. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh. I love Bon Jovi. Oh my God, he was so hot in the day. I guess he is kind of still hot. I mean, I'm in my 50s. I think he's in his 60s now. He is kind of hot for his age still, y'all. I've always been a Bon Jovi fan, though. That's some good times. I wish I would. I did actually had a chance to see Tom Petty, and this guy wanted to sleep with me. And it was funny because he goes, "Oh, I got a Tom Petty thing." He goes, "Well, if I knew you were going to have sex with me, I'd take you instead." I was like, "I'm not going to go to the rock concert with you just to have sex." And the whole thing is I got to have sex with you. So he took my friend, and they ended up getting married, getting divorced, and having some kids. It was really weird. Alright, mixed signals, we have pulling of possibilities. Okay? That's what they wanted to do with all this. And then renewal of love is rejected. For some of you guys, this renewal of love got rejected. Don't blame you. Positive energy pushes judgment. Some of you call judgment on these people. You said, you know what, I don't care. You figured there was stillness and peace. You're like that little, you're like the sheep over there. You're like, I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to be peaceful and I don't care what you do. Bye. See you later. And you was flying strong like an eagle. And this is what the cards are telling me. But there was hidden intentions that were cruel. They were like a snake. You gotta love these little kid cards. You really do. You gotta love them. I think they're my favorite deck, and I was thinking about getting intuitive Kev cards, but you know what? I think I would use the little kid cards over them sometimes. Because I can write all the responses that would actually help my life. But, yeah. And this is why they are getting bad karma and you're getting good karma. This is exactly why. And then we got, this came in reverse, guys. I can't help but be interested in everything you do, captivated. They are not interested in everything you do. For a lot of you, they're interested in your money. Your money. And then 4 wands. Okay, this talks about marriage, relationships. They figure maybe they come captivate you that way. 4 wands. Get that relationship going. And then it says, yes, it is too late. This came in reverse. No, it is not too late. So let's see what my little homemade deck says on this. Alright, tell us about captivated in reverse. Ancestors, tell me about captivated in reverse. Alright, let's see here. Okay, 2 came out. Alright, we got River of Hope. They got hope. They're trying to keep that river. I always think of hope as a river because it's always flowing. Then we got shelter from the storm. They want shelter from their karmic storm. This is what they want. Alright, tell us about this commitment here that they want. Tell us about the commitment. What is their intentions behind the commitment? Harsh actions backfire. Karma. They had harsh actions. Karma's kicking their ass. I can't make this shit up. And then we got beautiful lesson. Beautiful lesson. I think that was a Taylor Swift song. I don't know. I would listen to more music, but sometimes I'm not in the mood. I am half deaf, and sometimes I don't listen to tone. I can't hear tones very well. Then over here where it says, yes, it is too late, and really it's not too late because karma's kicking their ass. We got victorious in narcissist game. Somebody won a narcissist game, and they didn't even know they were involved in narcissist games. I'm trying to think of the Hunger Games. That's what came to me, where the narcissists come at you. Oh, you're this, you're that, trying to control the narrative, and then you go at them. It's narcissist games. Instead of Hunger Games where people die, it's just that everybody argues and plays mind games. But yeah, somebody won the narcissist games. Congratulations, you won the first prize. Okay. I'm just, it's my last reading of the day, y'all. And then we have lessons learning. They're learning their lessons. They are learning their lessons, and you are the teacher. Then we got Seeds of Destiny. They came across their destiny. You taught them a lesson. So do not go back. Don't take their karma because they're not going to learn their lesson if you keep bailing them out. Some of y'all keep bailing them out. Don't bail people out of their own lessons. I just had this conversation with my friend that called and we talked for an hour and I did a reading for her. She literally just keeps bailing people out and she keeps getting this. And then you're protected by God 100%. And then a person's lies never change, like a zebra never changes their stripe. For somebody out there, and someone was being lustful. It wasn't an accident. They ended up in bed with that person because they were being lustful. And they thought you wouldn't find out. But they really wanted to be lustful. I can't make this stuff up, guys. This is what comes out of my mouth. These are the words that come out of my mouth. What else can you do? Alright, then we have political theater. Someone's trying to act like a politician, spread their lies, propaganda, yada yada. You know, like the presidential. Oh, this person did this. During COVID, this happened. Don't vote for this person. That kind of shit. That's what they're doing. Rats in the mist, hidden in shadows. In front of you, where the mist is, where the smoke, you know, from the after it rains, the fog. Up in that fog and the hidden in the mist of the fog, there is rats. People that do not like you. I can be myself with you. This came in reverse. They cannot be themselves with you because they're not being authentic. And then the Nine of Cups in reverse. I think this is the wishing card. I am trying to get better at this, guys. I really am. Alright. Yeah, this was the wish one. Yeah, this is the wish card. Their wishes are not coming true, Nine of Cups. Their wishes are not coming through. So sorry. You want to be a narcissist and cheat. I'm sorry your wishes aren't coming through. Oh, sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Narcissist. Alright. These people are small-minded. They're very small-minded people. I don't know. I think this it's well. They take they want to put their shit in the oven and let it burn and get it out of your life. And then they act like they got sweet intentions. They're like a mango with their sweet intentions, guys. Don't give in to those sweet intentions because where does it get you in life? Where does it get you? And then we got your foundation is strong like a tree. You got strong foundation. You do. And then we got love is in the air. Some of you got new love coming. And then big effects change the narrative. You left. They got it, and they say you keep doing something, but if you're never around, how'd you do it? I mean, narcissist games. And then protection unified. People are just surrounding you and protecting you and calling these people crazy. That's it. That is it. And I'm going to close out with some Oracle and Synthesized Souls. I want to say hello. Eventually, I'm probably tomorrow, honestly, going to do a live. I want to say hello to Karan. And this probably does have stuff that is your reading. I know the last one that you thought you should be looking for somebody, but you always use discernment. If you use your discernment, or just be like me and just don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. I literally do not. Unless I fully know what they are, what they're doing, and I really get a good read of them, I fully do not trust anybody. Do not fully trust anybody. Because and use your discernment and your sovereignty, because you're a sovereign being. Because sovereignty is the opposite of devil energy, guys. Be a sovereign being. You know, always have to be in a relationship. And then I'm going to pick 3, because 1 is 3 and 3 is 1. We got knowledge. You are being called to explore new ideas and seek knowledge that resonates with your soul's truth. This is a time of intellectual and spiritual awakening, knowledge. Alright, and you got got an angel card on this one. So this is what you're being called to do and learn. These are just oracle cards where the universe it just gives you what you need to work on. Oh look, you got the Dancer card. This is the universe cards. Graceful flow. You adapt, you bend where others break. You're not defined by control, but by response. Your ability to pivot, to read the room, to adjust course mid-flight is not lack of stability. It's a marker of evolution. You meet challenge without panic and find solutions when the map goes missing. You've become fluent in change because you know life is about flowing, not resisting. Some of you are like a flowing dancer. I mean, some of my YouTubers that watch me that are into artsy stuff, or even if you're not in artsy stuff, you're doing your thing. You got your groove going. You know how to move that energy, even when people are being assholes. And a lot of people are assholes. They are. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people are. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It is what it is. You want to be an asshole? Be an asshole. It's only going to hurt you. Then we got overwhelmed. Someone's overwhelmed me. Got another angel card. Feeling overwhelmed is often a sign that you have taken on burdens that are unnecessary or excessive. Release what is not yours to carry and prioritize self-compassion and personal wellness. You're taking on other people's burdens. You're getting overwhelmed. So, you know, the divine saying, don't take on people's burdens, you know, don't. What I do is if I meet somebody and they're doing some shady stuff to me, I go, what do I need to release that doesn't suit my better need? My better need for sovereignty, you know? And don't think of it so much in money terms. Think of it so much as not being an asshole terms. And this is just for somebody. The thing is if you have a lot of money, okay, and there's a lot of people that are kissing your ass because you got the money. Because people will all of a sudden, when no one likes you forever, and then all of a sudden they go, oh, she got some money, oh, he got some money, oh, they all gonna come flocking. So what I do with those kind of people is what you end up doing, and I will tell you, you gotta interrogate their ass. And what you do is you ask them a question, right? And anyways, as you ask them the question, watch their body response. Watch it. Tell y'all to just be like, okay. And don't give them what they want right away. You know? Like if they want to go out to eat or whatever, say I'm going out to eat later, whatever. And just to see how they respond when you're not giving them something. And then if, like, let's say you've given in a couple times. You've given a couple times with this. And they kind of know your game, and they know sometimes that you try to, I don't know, work around things. So you go, okay. You know, then say I'll call you later, but don't call them. Say you got busy. Start avoiding them, but talking to them every once in a while to see how they react. And then if they get like crazy with you one day and they was like, how come you never called me back? How come you never did this and this and that and that? Be like, well, I was busy. And don't give them what they want, but keep gauging reactions. Keep gauging reactions. It's like poking the bear, okay? And then if you wait them out, like wait a week, wait 2 weeks, or whatever, see what their reaction is then. And play, if you play out the long game with these people, I guarantee that you will find out their true intention. You will. You will find out their true intention. Because people are truly can be assholes. They can. And this is how you could snuff out an asshole or a narcissist. Because they're looking for that reaction. They're looking for you to give out some kind of reaction to them, and when you don't give out any and you just be like deuces and go right there and you, I'm not saying go be a narcissist, but if they're spinning narrative, say I don't give a F. And you tell them that. And be like, if you don't like me, that's a little more peace I have for one day. I like when people say they don't like me. I enjoy it because I know that's the person that don't belong in my life. And these are people that you honestly do not want in your life. If you got to go to that extreme over somebody in that context, that's a lot. That is a lot. So, yeah. And then Mercury retrograde, I am being called, to read out of my military book. I feel like there's like some shady things going on with this karma here because you're getting good karma, the ones that betrayed you are getting bad karma. So let's read what the military would have to say about it. Guide me to a part of this war, and this is naval policy between the wars of the Anglo-American antagonism. This is about post-war shit. This is where the good stuff is, guys. This here is where the good stuff is. The war. God, I need to get some Civil War books. They have some of that on the nursing home, too. And nobody reads them, and nor do they like them. I like these books. Oh my God, do I like these books. Okay. Sometimes. Ooh. Okay. Chong that's Chong snoring. Alright, we got here. I always go to one paragraph, guys. It says the first point to be made that is letters patent under the Great Seal, appointing certain officers as commissioners for executing the office of Lord High Admiral of the United Kingdom, are in no sense confidential documents, rather than their purpose to inform the public regarding what persons are carrying the responsibilities of that office. Furthermore, the letters of patent do not, in fact, contain any description of the responsibilities of Lords Commissioners of Ambulatory, such as is attributed to them. Trenchard's biographer. However, a board minute dated 25th July, the 25th of July 1923, does record the opinion of the bodies under the Admiralty patent of the Board of Admiralty alone is responsible for the efficiency of the fleet. Their responsibility cannot be shared with any other department of state. And that appears to be the first occasion on which an argument was put to and accepted by the board. On the same day, 2 memorandas were submitted. Now this could be with our reading because I went to the page where there was 2 arguments and 2 memorandas, which are 2, you might would say, pages. You know, information was going out. So we'd say 2 pages, 2 messages. 2 messages was going out and submitted. So there's 2 messages that are going out. And they want to know, they want to try to say it's not their responsibility that could be shared. So there's 2 messages going out because they don't want to claim responsibility on something. That is what I'm getting from that. And I just feel like it's war energy because it's Mercury retrograde. So you are getting good karma. And they are getting bad karma. So, and you know, if there's 2 messages going out, it's because it's 2 messages for some kind of narrative. So that's for somebody. It's a side note. It is a side note. And maybe I'll go grab to see what the Bible wants to bring us today. We already got the war book here. I love the war book. Alright, it says, listen to me, you no way. Listen to me, you fat cows living in Samara. Oh my God. No. I swear to God it's real, okay? You women who oppress the poor and crush the needy. Okay, it's someone that's crushing the poor. It said fat cows, guys. This is the shit I find in books. No one else finds these but me. Okay, someone is calling somebody a fat cow or being nasty to somebody. Slander, and they're slandering names. And it says, you women who oppose the poor. Someone that's opposing poor and crush their needs. So somebody has to do with money. It's 2 pages coming in about messages about they don't want to be responsible for something about some money that didn't go through. That is a side note for somebody. I don't know who. Probably somebody that already has money. Because anybody that doesn't have money, why would they care? So, that's just a side note. And it would be to me to find these paragraphs in these books. I call this my war book. When I get a better war book, I would like to get a Civil War one. Oh, those are the best. I love Civil War. I love the American Civil War. That's some good shit there. I need to go to Gettysburg again. I love Gettysburg. But anyways, I'm going to end this. I love y'all. I love Synthesized Souls. I know you're probably watching this. A shout out to you in your music. I hope your music does good. And I'm going to probably watch some really weird movies. Probably some grungy old horror movie, and I will see you tomorrow for whatever messages come tomorrow for Mercury retrograde season. Have a good night.